If this is accurate, this means banners are coming to Diablo Immortal. So we got a major release coming to Diablo Immortal soon with new content. Now, in my previous video, I mentioned to you guys how we have a new dungeon, new set, etc. I want to show you a few more things, and actually some of these are from official sources. So what I want to show you here is, check this out. This is pulled directly from the Chinese Diablo Immortal website that I translated. There is 3 individual posts I want to show you, and if you look at this here, and I'll kind of break down what they're saying basically in the text here, more or less it's just some lore of sort of what's going on. If you look, this is the Defending the Sanctuary, and they say a new chapter in the Diablo universe. Who knows what that actually means, but it says you're going to push back the thick black fog, and then there's the Crazy Treasure Legend. So I'm hoping that means we're going to get lots of legendaries dropped. We have a few more photos of what looks like the castle in here. Now, if we go to the next page and you scroll up, this looks like that new dungeon they were talking about. It looks like we have some new kind of dungeon screenshots. You can see walking through, not too bad. But then this one here, that's right, there's even more of these. This one has an actual cinematic that they have available as well. For some reason, the Chinese website just has more information than the English website and earlier. Maybe they get their updates sooner or what have you. But this is all official sources. You can see there's 5 people walking in, which means this is a screenshot of the warband stuff. There's a little bit of a leak ahead into what it's actually going to look like. You can see some flashes of that there. There's 5 people here, so they're really letting you know this is the warband type of stuff. It looks like this is going to be our new warband area, if I had to guess, kind of like a castle. Look at this, some screenshots, and then they show some bosses in here, and they say, full of randomness, go after the legendary treasure and clear the fantasy fog. So what I'm wondering if this is some kind of like mode where it's a boss rush or something where you go through and it's random rooms, you know, kind of like the cube. I actually would like that personally. I wouldn't mind some randomness with the rooms as long as legendaries drop, etc. It's just something you can go grind over and over again. I wouldn't mind that. Also, one other thing I want to show you here is I missed this originally in this guy's video. So this recently got upvoted all the way to the front page of Diablo Immortal. There was a data mine here this gentleman posted, and it's kind of has some speculation in it, but it was the data mine, so he's got some information like new sets, etc. in here. But right here it said new 5-star legendary gem. What I missed about this is if you actually go to his video, though, it says there's a 50% chance it will be a frozen heart when a 5-star legendary gem drops. This means, if this is accurate, this means banners are coming to Diablo Immortal. It means that they recognize you need so many of an individual legendary gem in order to rank it up that they have to increase the drop rate of individual targetable gems. For instance, this guy is saying it's data mined that a 50% chance for the Frozen Heart to drop. That makes sense in my mind because in other goshes we have this, it's called a banner, and on top of it, when new stuff comes to the game and you've already bought basically all of the stuff that's already in the game in the pay-to-win game, when something new comes and it's RNG and gets thrown in the pool, you just have to keep rebuying stuff you already have in the hopes of getting the new product. That's why they have banners, so that people who welled earlier can still well when new things come into the game if they're interested in that, and they can still get those money from those people. So this makes sense, and I'm sure this has got to be accurate, even though it's a speculation data mine, because if you don't have a banner of sorts for this, getting these new gems is going to be very expensive or borderline impossible because we have so many of the different legendary gems at this point, so a banner would actually make sense. There's definitely going to be more warband content coming to the game, as we can see literally directly from official Diablo Immortal sources. This is the Chinese website that I translated, as I already showed you, the Dark Lonely Castle for your warband, etc. You can just see it. It's right there. It's not a secret. We all know it's coming, and it's probably being poorly received. Here's what I'm going to say about this. We did have the post by the lead dev stating in particular they're aware of the warband changes. It looks like he was being careful as to what information he's letting the public know, but they said that there was going to be less people required for the warband, so I'm keeping my optimistic hat on. We only have data mine, speculation, and guessing right now, so I'm waiting till we get the actual official blog post from Blizzard to break down what these updates are. The thing that I'm going to enjoy is what I consider actual new content, which is new dungeon, new sets, new things to do for free. The banner's great for people that want to spend money. I'm not going to spend money on the Frozen Heart if it is what it looks like the gem is that the data mine says, which is just like a shield and slow some people. I don't really care about that remotely, and to be honest, I'm kind of done spending money on anything that's not cosmetics anyway. I'm happy with where I'm at with my resonance. So I'm actually excited to try out the free new content, the things like the new dungeon, try out the new set, actually looks like it might be pretty decent for Demon Hunter, and I'm liking Demon Hunter a lot lately. And I'm curious, since there's one new dungeon, one new set, and the under dungeons are full, if this new dungeon, literally, it's just you can farm the entire set just in this dungeon, we now have the most efficient dungeon to grind in the entire game, which would be fantastic. I would love that, especially if all the new sets that come out are pretty much that way, where it's just a new dungeon with a new set, and the old ones kind of stick in their RNG format, sure, but the new ones are all super easy to grind. I would like that as a response to the fact that set items are difficult to get in this day and age. Just my personal take on it. Let me know what you guys think about this new content coming to the game. I think there's a lot of weight on the shoulders for Blizzard of this new major update patch that seems to be mimicked in both comments I'm seeing, as well as, you know, on my YouTube comments and Reddit, in the Discords, pretty much everywhere. People are like, yep, we're really excited for this major patch, or anxious for it, whatever you want to say. So we'll see how it goes. Love y'all. Consider subscribing if I earned it. If not, don't worry about it. See you on the next one.